This is interesting. We don't cover a lot of VR stuff on this show. It's nice to
because it sucks.
No, VR is, you know, it's definitely maturing as a platform, and
sound like you're talking about a problem child.
Yeah.
Like,
your kid who's getting bad grades.
Yeah, a little bit of discipline. We probably won't want to vomit every time we're around that kid.
Independence is important.
With Half-Life Alyx coming along, there's going to be more and more of a focus on VR this year, and we should do VR every now and then. I enjoy it. It's fun. It
is a very hard. I was just saying earlier that reviewing this is interesting because there's not many people who will watch this and go, "Oh, I'll get this game," because it's such an expensive, it's so expensive to get the platform in the first place that I feel like we are reviewing this for like the 1%. This feels like a very rich review. It's like, hello.
Yes.
Hello, better than us.
A very privileged audience.
If you want to sign up to the Patreon,
do it.
Get that damn sock.
And it's not on PSVR either, so you do have to have a PC VR headset, like the Index or the Oculus.
Oh, so the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is a fraction of a fraction.
What headset would you get this on? Like, what's the
using
differences between the headsets?
I'm using an Oculus Rift S for mine.
And what would you say is the difference between that and like a Quest?
Well, you can't play it on a Quest because it needs to be run off a computer. Although I think Patrick was saying they're developing a version for the Quest.
But there's also the link cable. So
technically you can use the Oculus Quest, link it to your computer to play PC games.
I played the game.
You played it?
Yes. Yeah, I played it.
What did you think of it?
I didn't get very far because I played it earlier today, but I got pretty much just to the bit where you're in the museum and they're trying to still teach you how to do stuff.
Right,
and then
the tutorial.
Was doing pretty well because the thing is, the first thing you do is pick up a cup and throw it, and then you get to the next bit and you're just walking around and all you know how to do is throw stuff. So that's all you're doing. It's just like, oh, crowbar. Yes. And so you do that for a while. Then you're like, all right, I don't know where I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to be doing. And then finally I got to that other bit and then I jumped off something and needed to throw up. So I had to stop playing.
You didn't just jump off. You just walked up to the ledge and fell down and you're like, oh. Okay. Watching your whole body.
Yeah, it was like oh. And also up until then it was kind of fun because I was like, my brain was moving in the game. So I was walking on the spot and trying to make my brain not feel sick because it was I was simulating walking. So that would have looked good for everybody. You feel cooler than you definitely look.
Oh yeah, you always look like a dork with VR.
Yeah. But you were doing the best Kath and Kim walk. It was really good. It was like, here we go. Because you don't need your shoulders at all, but you were putting them in. And
I don't know how you walk, Beck, but I'm all body.
So that does help. It is full locomotion. It's not teleporty like a lot of other games are, and that means so you're using the analog stick to move freely around the world, which does it's more intense, especially for people who have motion sickness or part of that.
Or eyes.
And
how long did you last?
I picked up one mug. It reminded me of, there was this game in the 90s called Trespasser, Jurassic Park, which when it came along was this one uses gravity and stuff in the first person game, but it would be you'd have to move your arm and then you right. And you're like, oh cool, this game sucks.
Yeah, it is learning just what it's like to have arms again. The whole start of the game is what the hell?
No, no, it's what were you doing over it?
I was real happy about this. Feel free 1% of the 1% to try this at home. But you can make this happen. But because you're holding two controllers that don't fit properly, it's actually really hard to get the finger in the hole. Just when I lost my virginity.
Great. Evan's got a boner again.
He's so scared of them.
It's effectively, it's a lot like just a physics simulator, at least to begin with, which
is why it's so cool.
Well, for me, as somebody who's played a lot of VR in the past, I'm not that doesn't really wow. And I don't find like physics demos fun anymore. Like I've played a bunch of these sorts of things, which are like little tech demos, which is like pick this thing up, throw this thing around, and whatever. And so that sort of stuff is like, all right, you got to do something a bit more interesting. Got to actually make a game out of it. You know, you got to build on that to actually make it fun to play and give you an objective and stuff. So to start with, though, it is that sort of tutorial thing. It's a fairly lengthy tutorial to get started. To just teach you those concepts about, all right, this is how you pick things up. This is how you can grab things from afar, sort of like magnet them to you, so you don't have to move around so much. There's like verticality, so there's climbing stuff.
Yeah, the climbing stuff to me is probably the most iffy.
It's
also because you can see your arms and they're not doing the right thing. So you're like, here we go, off I go. It reminds me of like there used to be a this is unimportant, but here we go. At Kringle McDonald's in the playground, there was a train. There was a train piece of play equipment, and it had monkey bars on the inside of it. And of the train. Okay. And then you would climb along the monkey bars, but a lot of people would climb into the monkey bars to get in the roof. And then I once got stuck in there like this, and that's what it reminds me of. I was it was like, you know when you're a kid and you can do anything and it doesn't fucking matter because you're made of rubber? I think it was at the end of my being a kid.
Children are made of rubber.
Oh, yeah.
They're made of, thank you, write that down.
They are old tyres.
But this was by the end of, I think this was the end of my childhood. Like I'd had too many chicken nuggets and I was trapped in a train at the Kringle McDonald's.
Can I show you my physical impression of VR arms? It's gross.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah. All right, ready? I'm just gonna go play a game.
that's gross. Yes, they're
But accurate.
They're
VR is accurate. It's just to Lena's arms.
Yeah.
No one else's.
They base the game off of me.
yes, you have arms. You have a.
Oh, you're not going to talk about the arms?
No.
You're going to pretend like the arms didn't just happen?
What's up with you?
You have a body. You have legs.
You have a body, you have legs.
No, it's fair. That isn't the most impressive thing about me.
But I love that you're saying that like it's a feature. You have a body, you have legs.
It's a consideration.
When do you think these games will ever be good? How far from now will we have to check in again for VR games to actually be good?
I think some of them are good. The thing with this one is, this one did also make me feel sick. And I've never felt sick while playing VR. And I had not played it long. And all I was doing the sitting down version too. I was like, oh, this won't be as bad because I'm sitting down. But somehow it was worse, and I was going through a wall.
I think
with a computer chair.
Certainly that free movement makes it. It puts it in the category of the more intense sort of VR experience. But
What's
also
the robot game that we play?
Robo Recall.
Robo Recall. Never felt sick.
Yeah, that's great.
But it's sick and it's bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, but that's a teleporting game.
Except for the bit with the. Oh no, it is teleporting.
Yeah.
But you can stack all the mugs up. It's got the same mugs.
Yeah, it has
all
the same.
VR games require you.
You've got to have
Whoever's
stuff with
developing
mugs.
VR games has just got like a bunch of mugs around the office like, what about if we left mugs in the game?
Yes, it is more intense. I got sick too, and I played.
What a recommendation!
This game made us all want to vomit.
Look, this isn't about necessarily recommending games. There's pros and cons to this, but it's just interesting because I have played a lot of VR over a few years.
Yeah.
And that.
So you're used to it.
No, well, yes.
And this made you sick.
Yeah, that's right. So that VR sickness that you get is something that you build up a tolerance to, right? It's just something that your brain's not used to, and so it throws you off, right? But I don't typically have a problem with moving around. That artificial locomotion I don't have a problem with now. However, there are a few points in this game because of, I think it is some of this verticality stuff. It's because of your, because you do have that body in the game, and because that is affected by physics as well. there's some stuff going on where what's happening in the game is not necessarily one-to-one with real life.
Yeah.
Where you'll be holding onto something, and because of the physics rules in the game, your hand is stuck there, or your head is stuck somewhere, or your body's stuck somewhere whether it's a glitch or not, there's points where your hand is not where your hand is supposed to be, or where your head is not moving one-to-one with your...
I'm not familiar with that.
Or your head is not one-to-one with where your current head movements, and that kind of thing really, that throws me off.
There is a very good way to make it feel more real, and that's when Lena upstairs didn't have the wrist strap on and threw... What were you throwing?
I was throwing a mug.
She threw a mug and she just threw the remote at my head.
Through the controller.
Don't tell Evan that. Don't tell Evan I tried to ruin his stuff.
How much are those controllers to replace them?
I don't know, but they're...
I am the 99% of the 99%.
But can I
Look, I'm sure it's fine.
Can I also just say...
Yes.
Patrick, who's on my camera this week,
Yes.
you played all
I was
this.
updating the wiki at home.
And
Yes.
you played through all this in one...
16 hours of it.
And you played through the whole game in one go, didn't you? No, not quite.
Did you get sick?
I played for like a good 5 hours.
Yeah, right, and you
the hell?
didn't get sick at all. Wow. All right. Well, so that
Maybe it's we're old. Patrick's younger.
maybe
I do okay on boats. How do you guys do on a boat?
I do great
I'm
on
not
a
good.
boat.
Did you say I'd be great on a boat?
I do great. On a boat. I do great on a boat.
I thought you were saying
I'd be great.
I'd be
If it
great
ever
on a
came
boat. Given the opportunity.
Yeah. If I could afford a boat, the 1% over here, throwing away controllers on boats.
Guess what? I guess I'm rich.
That felt true.
I have a bit of motion sickness sometimes, so that maybe it could also just be, you know, a personal. It is a very personal thing as well. So, you know, it's certainly I wouldn't let it put you off if you played other games that do this. I think it's, you know, worth giving you a go and just see how you go.
Do you know what else felt very personal? Oh, sorry, Peggy.
No, you go.
What else felt very personal was when you killed one of them, you went bang, bang into its head, and then you leaned down and just hit it a few more times and then walked off.
Yeah, I did.
And
do that.
I went, was that necessary? And you went, nah. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
So yes, it is a yes, it's the kind of game you start off. You don't necessarily have
not
guns
address it, it's
to
fine.
begin with, and so
We're really skimming over some hot topics today.
no, but it is necessary. You know, at the
Picked up a
start.
mug, bashed him with the mug.
Evan's like, not as much blood as I thought there. Anyway.
Well, no, there isn't very much. But if it's necessary. You know, it's kind of full on.
It's necessary.
No, it's
To
full on
finish
when
them off
you.
like that.
Yes.
It's full on when you first, you know, you're confronted by one of these sort of like faceless bodies, and you have to bash them over the head with a brick to kill them.
You have to.
Well, you
have to.
Either that or you're in a fist fight, and that's difficult, right? It's harder to kill someone with your fist. They're soft. If you can get a hammer or a brick,
A hammer now.
then you get a hammer, and then.
Does the difficulty you have with it is that they're faceless and you can't see the death in their eyes when
No.
they're like the light disappears?
Yeah.
No, it's you know, you don't want them to get up again.
No.
So you want to finish them
So
off,
you
right?
gotta do it an extra 40 times. Gotta really make sure they're dead.
But you know, I think the combat is fun. Like it's for me, the combat is the.
For you, the combat is fun. We get it, Evan.
Yes,
Yes,
no,
we get
yes,
it. We
but that's it. I think
understand.
for me, the combat is the fun part of the game.
Yes.
Like it's fun. You know, just there's something. You know, it's fun.
Because you got to do the gun, like, you reload, like, properly, don't you? You go, like,
Yeah,
Oh.
I do find that a bit cumbersome compared to games like Robo Recall, where it's a bit more
why
fun.
would you find
like,
that cumbersome when you're going like this?
It can be like because you well, okay, so you've got your gun and then
Pew, 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 pew.
you've got your magazine.
Pew, pew, pew.
You have
Pregnant.
Can you go like this in the game? Can you go?
Oh, yeah.
I want to
suppose
do
you
that.
can.
Or that. That's the
No,
gesture
I
I'm
couldn't
waiting
work that
for.
one out. I like.
the finger tracking is not.
You
as-
know how to use your hands. You're not
Sorry, I'm in VR at the moment.
But yeah,